In John 6, Christ says, "Unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you have no life in you. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me and I in them." Until Christ is in us in the Eucharist, there are things which we cannot know, things which we cannot see. Our hearts remain veiled, just like the disciples' eyes were veiled until they were unveiled in the breaking of the bread. The Eucharist opened their eyes to see Christ. They open their eyes to see Christ in everything, in everyone. Likewise, there are certain mysteries in our lives which make no sense. Certain events that happens in our lives, certain episodes, traumas, difficulties, breakups, business failures, sickness, things that happen that make no sense. And yet, when our eyes are constantly opened in the Eucharist, we start to see sense in them. Even those events are unveiled, so that we start to see that our Lord is coming and drawing near to us even in those events. Just as he appeared to the disciples who were walking downcast, upset, confused, dejected, broken, and their hearts begin to burn within them until they recognize him, the same thing happens to us every time we commune. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me and I in him. And then it says in the Gospel something strange. He disappears. He vanishes. The moment that he breaks the bread and they recognize him, he disappears. Why? Why? Because in the breaking of the bread, in the offering of himself for us, he is now in us. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me and I in them.